What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be adding some carbon fiber to the Civic Type-R. Now I didn't really anticipate adding some carbon to this car just because it has a lot of gloss black accents. However, I've done a nice subtle touch. Hopefully you can already tell at this angle, and I think it looks pretty sweet. Now if you own the FL5 Honda Civic Type-R, you can take a look at the links below for carbon fiber mirror cap replacements as well as the door handles. Now these are Rexpeed products, and let's take a look at them real quick. As you can see on the Lambo, which is a really good workbench sometimes, we have the mirror cap. Now the cool thing about these are actual replacements. They are not just overlays, which is quite nice. Genuine carbon fiber, as you can tell, and these are gonna be really nice to replace the stock plastic one, which is this gloss black piece, as you can tell. On top of that, we have door handles. Now these are overlays, as you can see. They are super thin. They're basically one layer of carbon fiber. However, normally I'm not the biggest fan of overlays, but in this car, the way they fit is super nice. So here is the stock car, obviously. You can see just the white on the door handle, as you'd expect, very normal looking, and then the gloss black for that mirror cap. So stock car, nothing too crazy. As you make your way around, the mirror cap is a nice subtle change with those cool grooves on the upper portion, but the carbon looks really nice. And then these overlays look a heck of a lot better than I would expect. Normally overlays are really thick and chunky. These are super smooth. Now I haven't fully attached them just yet, but they fit like a glove. Even comes with some black vinyl to cover up that sensor. But when they're on, you can see just how perfectly flush it looks, to where it looks as if it is a complete replacement. So first thing to do to get this mirror cap off, we're just gonna kind of fold the mirror forward a little bit, and we're gonna pop off the mirror itself. Now, if you missed a previous video, I installed Rexpeed wide angle polarized lenses on this car. Really increases the visibility around your car. These will also be linked down below, and if you missed that video, I'll have that linked as well. So with that said, you can kind of manually just push these, and we're gonna pop this whole thing off. It's not all too difficult. We can just pop that. So with all that off, you can see the one tab is gonna be located up here next to that circle, and the other one is right there. So the best way I've found, use a flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to push it up a little bit and kind of press it out. It's gonna be a little challenging, and kind of use the stopping point of this all the way out to help a little bit. So there, we got one clicked and the other out a little bit. So from here, we can kind of use our hands to help it a little bit. All right, well that came off a little bit more abrupt than the other side, but nothing broke or anything. You basically just have the two tabs up there, and then everything else is barely in there, so it's nothing crazy tight. But then now we have the back side, and we can install the new carbon piece. So for the new carbon piece, you are gonna have some 3M tape on the one lower edge that corresponds to right here. However, then we do have the two identical tabs that we saw stock, and then there's gonna be this lip around the upper portion. This is gonna be very important to make sure you get it around this groove right here. That way it seats perfectly, and then these side tabs are gonna lock into here, and then this little tab is gonna lock into that. So on to installing these. Take your time when you're doing this. These are gonna fit perfectly as long as you do it right. So take that 3M tape off, and we're gonna slowly line this up. You wanna make sure that, again, the groove that is in the carbon, like this, the C shape, goes around this lip. So in doing that, I'm gonna get these two tabs lined up in here nicely with the groove sitting flush with the mirror. All right, so I've kind of got this outer edge on the outside of the plastic, and then I'm gonna slowly work my way up this top, and then click this corner into place, keeping it all lined up perfectly nice, and then just kind of give it a firm push all the way around. Now being plastic and carbon, you might have to kind of maneuver it a little bit, like slightly bend things. Don't expect it just to be lining up perfect. You have to kind of manipulate it a tad, and now we are hooked into place. And then with that 3M tape off, you can just press that in slightly, and it will hold the corner nice and tight. But that is it, we are nicely installed. And then when you removed your mirrors, depending on how they came off, these are the Rexpeed ones, of course, this plastic thing stayed behind. I'm just gonna go ahead and re-click it all into place. This white thing might come out with your mirror, so it just depends on how it pops out. But nonetheless, just line everything back up, click it into place, and you are gonna be good to go. And then lastly, we'll just clean up all the fingerprints that are gonna be left behind get everything spick and span, and we can enjoy that genuine carbon fiber replacement. So then one close-up look, you can see that carbon fiber weave in it looking good, and these are designed to fit with that turn signal right there. Overall fitment is perfect, they fit nicely. That whole edge should fit just like stock, running around the entire edge. And then same thing for that inner edge, it will fit perfectly and look really nice. So moving on to the door handles, these are gonna be extremely easy. The cool thing is it comes with this 3M tape, and these are really thin strips. I've never really seen these before, but they're gonna be really, really helpful. So basically you have this thin strip, it's literally as thin as a piece of paper, which is nice because these are overlays, and last thing you want, like I've seen in so many other ones, is a really chunky overlay that sticks on and looks like garbage. These are so thin, you don't even tell that they're overlays. So really, really impressive design there. So you're gonna have the rear one and the front one. Of course, the front one is gonna have a little cutout for the sensor. And then you have some black vinyl, I guess depending on how you wanna do it or anything. But we're gonna take the black vinyl, that's gonna cover up the sensor. And then this thin strip, basically, you're going to take it off and just stick one right in the middle, just like that. And that is all you're gonna have to do. So I'm gonna take that vinyl after cleaning off the door handle, basically just stick it right around where that sensor is. And that's just gonna cover it up. Obviously this is all removable, so it's nothing too crazy hard to do. And with the 3M tape back here and peeled off, you can just slide this in, it'll clip into place, and that is all you gotta do. And as you can see, that was super simple, and you can't even tell that it isn't a direct replacement. Even when you open it and everything, you don't see any of the white or anything. It just looks like a door handle. And then moving on to the rear, same thing. Clean the door handle, pull that adhesive tape off, line it up, and with one hand, you are good to go. And now we have the carbon door handles, which do look nice. Kind of a subtle touch with the black color. However, of course, when you're up and close, you can see that carbon fiber weave. Hopefully it focuses. It's kind of hard to completely show it, but hopefully you can get a good idea of what the carbon looks like. Definitely nice and clean. And then those mirror caps, once again. This side might be a little bit better lit, so we'll take a look from afar. I think the black contrast actually looks good, especially with all the black throughout the car. I like the extra winglets on the top of the cap. That definitely goes a long way. And you can see that carbon weave, fitment spot on. And then door handles nice as well. So can't complain, super affordable mod for the car for sure. But there you guys go, that is installing the carbon fiber mirror caps along with the door handles on the FL5 Honda Civic Type-R. This is super easy, maybe a 15-minute job for both of the parts. And while you're at it, add the wide angle lenses because that just makes visibility incredible for the Type-R. But that is it. If you are interested in any of these parts, take a look at the links down below. They're affordable, really nothing crazy to break the bank, and I think they look good overall. It adds a little extra style to the car, and while the carbon is not that much on this car, it's pretty much all gloss black, I think the carbon actually does look really cool. Gives you a subtle look. It's not in your face like adding some big wing that may not match anything else, but Honda does offer a carbon wing, so maybe that could be another upgrade to just tie in the carbon now on the Type-R. But if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content. I'll see you all in the next video.